Walter's Workshop. Sculpts are great. Love the style they did. I got Tainted Grail waiting for the Kickstarter to come in still. Isn't that funny? Everyone I know is still waiting for that Tainted Grail. And there's another game. Oh, what was it? Not. Was it? No, it was Tainted Grail. Yeah, it was huge. And I know people who are still waiting for that. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Have you played Lords of Hellas? Have you played that one? That's another good one. It's one of my favorites. Let's start out. Let's see. I'm going to do the Worm Green, then highlight with the Necron Green after I give this guy a wash. I hope you're excited as I am, because I'm just going to go to town on this guy. Actually, I got to... Hold on. I got to adjust my chair. This is going to be fun. I need some water. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see it? The anger, the fury, the rage in Holt's eyes, his face, his sheer countenance, just uncontrollable rage. Consumed by it. Okay, well, on the screen it kind of just looks like Rambo, but, I mean, it's there. Actually, Rambo would be fun. Hulk version today. Let's see. Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it already. I'm just starting. This is a great idea, babe. Thank you. Thank you to Amanda for suggesting that we do the Hulk next. Oh, look at that. There is a little thing on his shin. Well, I don't like you at all. Cover that up a little bit. It'll be fine. One tip I do follow if you're painting miniatures, a nail file can be very handy because once you get the miniature paint primed and ready to paint, you'll see little lines. You can kind of see it on this. I don't know if you can kind of come out. See that right there? Little line. Like I shaved that down with a nail file, so it wouldn't show up, and it's still there. You know, you have to do it before you prime it, and then you're gonna find all the little things there too. Also, a good tip to get in the habit of when you start painting is to wash your minis before you prime them. Let them kind of dry out, get all the gunk off them, because once you prime them, once you put that spray paint on them, anything that's already on there is just gonna like get attached to it. It kind of dries on top. It dries underneath your miniature, so it can look kind of grainy, for lack of a better word. Let's see. Walter's Workshop saying they had an option to delay the core game to come in with all the Kickstarter stuff, so I told them to just send it all at once. So it's taking a good long while. Yeah. I got a buddy doing the same thing. He did the exact same thing. You know, it's worth. Marvel United did the exact same thing. They offered the Wave 1 shipping, and it's partially because of COVID, but I ended up getting my game, maybe 3 weeks after it was released, and CMON addressed it, and they said, some stores were putting it out early or they weren't supposed to. Of course, COVID affected a lot of the shipping, and basically it wasn't their fault, which I agree. I believe them. It wasn't their fault. But now I'm no longer backing any Kickstarter. I am done with Kickstarter, and I haven't gone back. And that's coming from someone who I basically backed a game once a month. At least once a month I backed a game. Painting miniatures is very comforting. It's like you're washing something to life, if that makes sense. Like you're gently caressing and removing dirt and adding life. Wow, I hear myself say that. That sounds... I'm not on any drugs to speak of. But there's just something about adding paint to a sculpt and then watching it just come to life as you do it. You know, you're discovering... With each stroke, you're kind of just discovering something about the sculpt, about the skin. You know, and you're giving it character, you're giving it life, you're breathing it into it almost. And that's kind of why I started painting. It's like, I love board games. Board games are great. It's what I like to do. It's strategy, it's immersive, it's social. You know, everyone's involved at the table. Anyone who wants to play can play. You know, there really is no, you know, just about anyone can grasp the rules of a board game. They're kind of designed that way. They're designed to be like, yeah, you can grasp this, then you can play. And if you're a cool person, you can just kind of relax and hang out. You know, you can play at just about any table in the world. Hell, I bet you can even play with someone who doesn't even speak the language. As long as you both know the game, you could probably just get down and be like, yeah, let's play Seven Wonders. I don't speak Japanese, but whatever, fool, let's get down. I bet you know exactly what to do. And I know exactly what to do. And we can have a conversation just playing the board game. And that's kind of the beauty of it. And when you paint the miniatures and you put it to the table, the aesthetic is just unmatched. You know, it's kind of like, this is a stupid analogy, and I probably should stop, but I'm not. You know, when and I don't know if they still do this in grade school, but you used to have to get a paper bag and cut it up and tape it to your books to protect them. So your book would be like your math book, your whatever book. You had to get a book cover. And some people were rich and they had, you know, their parents get them a book cover. But some of us poor kids, what we did, we just took paper bags from the grocery store, cut them up, kind of taped them up so that way they could cover the book. Anyway, that's not what's important. What's important is that we used to be able to do designs on them. You know, we should take this book and then we make it ours. We'd write on them, write little notes, write little things. And I don't know if they still do that in school, but it's kind of what this feels like to me. You're taking something... Oh my goodness, this is looking fantastic. Kind of taking something already, just adding to it. Oh, I'm so happy we're doing this. Not liking that little line there. But Walter's Workshop, I totally get it. It's definitely an element of bringing it to life and putting a mark on it. Right on. Copper, yeah, saying he looks so cool. Why, thank you. It's gonna happen, guys. I'm gonna become a ventriloquist with these minis. You're gonna start to see a lot of my personality come out as these go on. By the way, this is the Board Gamery. I am your host, EC Bond. Every Tuesday is Watching Paint Dry, where I will paint minis and have conversations. I do want to say that if you are looking to get into painting miniatures, there are other channels on Twitch you could find that are better for learning how to paint. One of them I can recommend is Reaper Miniatures. It's this woman named Anne who's been painting for over 20 years. She has several awards under her belt and is a very talented painter. And I've started to watch her show, her stream, and, you know, already learned a lot of just kind of like, okay, I can see how you could do this and you can do that. Problem is, I'm not very good at implementing what I learn. I kind of just go by the seat of my pants. This is too much paint. But okay. It's fine. It's under the armpit. There's no Banner, only Hulk. But Hulk like raging fire. Mark Ruffalo. Sometimes you want it Ruffalo. What's interesting is that I thought I'd have to do a highlight on this guy with a different green, but thus far, this green is coming out very nice. Lean green machine right here. This is kind of like a dry brush, but not really. I'm just kind of spreading the paint around. I have a lot on there. Look at that chest. Look at that chest. Roar. Alright, so I'm gonna get the rest of these little white spots. I'm gonna wash this guy, and I'm not gonna use that gloss wash that I used on Captain Marvel. I'm gonna use the Ajax Earthshade. Oh, Walter's Workshop. If you don't know, I'm sure you probably do, but Ajax Earthshade. This is worth the money. Absolutely worth the money. You'll see it. I'll use it right now on Hulk here. But absolutely, a buddy of mine, when I first started painting, he was like, if you're painting miniatures, buy Ajax Earthshade. It's the best kind of wash that you'll use. It's fantastic, and I could not agree more. It's exactly that. I think this pot that I have got contaminated somehow. I think I probably mixed the brush because sometimes it just doesn't look as even as it's supposed to. But you'll see right now. Oh, look at that.